Ladies, welcome back to the Become Her podcast. Thank you for making the decision to join me today. And I just want to go over and remind you of a couple of things that have been on my mind. In the Become Her podcast, we're on a journey. We're not just listening to podcasts, we're not just having idle conversations, but we are intentional about what we're doing and intentional about becoming her. And becoming her means that we choose to discuss topics that we usually push aside. You know what I'm talking about. Those things we're usually too busy to unpack, the emotional patterns that we've somehow normalized, that mental weight that we've accepted as this is just my life. But here, we're intentional about examining what we carry. We're intentional about naming those things that drain us. We are intentional about growing in awareness, not shame, but awareness. Because the woman you're becoming requires you to be honest. And the truth is, we don't make time to talk about mental labor. We don't just sit around and say, oh my gosh, I'm cognitively overloaded. It's not a conversation we have. You know what we do? We just keep going. But here at Become Her, we're going to pause and reflect and recalibrate. That's what this journey is about. Becoming her isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. It's about your growth. And it's absolutely about aligning your life. And sometimes becoming her starts with asking the question, what am I carrying that was never assigned to me? So today, ladies, get ready. We're going to discuss the invisible load that mental labor women carry. Such an important topic. I see it every day. So ask yourself, are you tired, but your labs come out okay? Are you functioning, but you feel stretched and drained? If nothing is technically wrong or physically wrong, but something feels heavy, then this episode, it's for you. Because today, we're going to talk about something that most women carry, but rarely name, that invisible load. And once you name it, ladies, then you can manage it. I was talking with someone just the other day about all the things that we wish we had that safe space to go to and discuss with other women. Things like menopause and sex, changes in our body functions, being unhappy, the struggles of parenting. We need to be intentional about creating those safe spaces to have real talk about becoming her. So let's define what that invisible labor is. The invisible load that we carry is the mental and emotional labor. Remembering everything. Anybody ever been there? Feel like they have to remember everything for everybody? Anticipating everyone else's needs? That emotional temperature control that we're feeling responsible for. Mental planning, being 3 steps ahead, holding the family calendar all in your brain, and managing relational harmony. Can't we all just get along? And here's the problem. When it's invisible to everyone else, and we do that intentionally, it eventually becomes invisible to us. So there was a season when I thought I was just busy, just being capable, just being strong, over functioning. That was me. Trying to do it faster, do more, better, not delegating, anticipating emotions, that silent resentment that was building, neglecting sleep and feeling guilty. When I did rest, I didn't need treatment for depression, ladies. I just needed to redistribute some things. I called it my superpower. You know, being able to multitask, there is no plan B, or if I don't do it, then who will? I remember as a single parent of 2, going to college full time and working full time, I was hanging on by a thin thread. There was pressure of those that thought I couldn't do this or that I even shouldn't do this with 2 kids. And that feels different when it comes from your family, those closest to you. I knew that my boys were counting on me to provide a better life for them, even though they didn't really know it at the time. I feared disappointing anyone. College graduation was an unspoken expectation in my house growing up. I will never forget when somebody walked up to me and said, "Patrice, you're so strong. How do you do it all?" And I thought to myself, that's the dumbest thing you ever said to somebody. I didn't know I had a choice. Is there any other way? I'm breaking on the inside, but I don't have time to break. So what do? We just keep on pushing through and we put that smile on our face. This mindset, ladies, is not sustainable without affecting your mental health. When your brain never powers down, your nervous system never fully rests. That's why we wake up still tired, feeling like we ran a marathon. Decision fatigue is real. Emotional labor is actually labor. You can be high functioning and mentally overloaded at the same time. Are there any strong women in the room, or was that just me? Strong women, we have a tendency to confuse capacity with obligation. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you're responsible for doing it. You heard me? So things needed to change for me. I had to stop volunteering for exhaustion. I'd be the first one with my hands up. So things I needed to change. I needed to start delegating without micromanaging. You ever thought like, oh, I'll let them lead this group, PTA or a church group. I'm going to let them do it. And then we get in there and we're like, well, I wouldn't do it that way. Or I would do, we always think we can do it better. So we're quick to volunteer. Allow people to do it imperfectly. That's okay. I had to stop emotionally managing grown adults. Mel Robbins, one of my new favorites, has a book called Let Them. And that's what she says. Let them. Let grown people manage themselves. You let them and you let me. That's it. It's all we need to do. Give yourself permission to ask for help without apology. Don't feel guilty for asking for help. Remove that self-imposed pressure. Here are a couple of steps that might help you keep it really simple. I want you to write down everything you mentally track. Then circle what isn't yours and let that go. Delegate one thing this week to someone else. Let someone else carry their own emotional weight. We're always rushing in to save somebody. And I want you to schedule white space. You guys, I looked up and my entire day timer, every single space was filled up. Where was the white space? When do I go to the bathroom? When can I go get some water? When can I, and there was always this overlap. Like if I did have to stop to go to the bathroom, I was missing out on doing something else. That's not healthy. You're not weak, you're just overloaded. So, if you're tired and you can't quite explain why, I hope today my message gave you the language to what you've been carrying. You are not weak. You are not incapable. You're not failing at life. You may simply just be carrying some things more than what you were ever meant to carry, especially carrying it alone. Because we're always like, I got it. I got it. That invisible load feels noble. It feels responsible. And it feels like you're strong. But strength without support becomes silent strain. And here's the truth. Just because you can carry it doesn't mean it belongs to you. Let it go. So this week, ladies, I want to encourage you. I want you to pause and ask yourself, what am I mentally managing that is not actually mine? What have I volunteered for, which we usually do, without even realizing it? Where have I confused capacity with obligation? because becoming her means becoming aware. And awareness is the first step to your freedom. Doesn't that sound good? Freedom just sounds free. You deserve a supported mind. You deserve shared responsibility. And you deserve rest that doesn't require a breakdown first. This Mental Health Awareness Month of May 2026, don't just check on others. Check your load. Becoming her may not require you to do more. It may only require you to carry less. Ladies, go have a great week and go be amazing on purpose. Until next time.